And we live. There we go.
And we live. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and people of all ages. I don't know. Welcome to the PopsCast episode 11. We've made it past 10 episodes, and we are now on episode 11. And as you can see, we have a special guest in today's episode, but we'll introduce him last. We have our normals. We have
Damn.
me, Mars. We got, I don't know where everybody's set up at, but we got Tez and CK, of course.
You're
How y'all doing?
doing
And then
good.
as you can see, the new special guest that we have today is Dr. T-Bones Connor. Okay, that's
Say it right.
He said, "Say it right."
How
This
talk,
man
You,
just
you,
mixed
introduced,
his,
you introduced me correctly.
you mixed his Xbox with
His profession.
Yeah, man.
I don't know, man. His worlds are colliding together. He's been,
Boy, just say that's your damn big brother and call it a day.
Yes.
yeah.
Big bro in the house.
Hey.
So yeah. So yes, my big brother here is special guest today. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Tyrell. Tell a little bit about yourself.
What kind of introduction is this?
What?
Yeah.
A Mars introduction.
I don't know all the credentials. And I don't
This
wanna
your
mess
little
up
brother.
everything, man. What,
There's
man?
no credentials are said. This is I'm happy to be part of this show, PopsCast. You know, I'm a huge fan. I think I tune into most of the episodes, always in the chats.
Always talking
and
trash.
always talking trash, yes, particularly to you, because it's funny. And I'm sure hopefully Andre joins us today so we can get some more of these jokes off live on air, which is our youngest brother, for those of you who don't know. Other than that, you know, I'm just happy to be here, man. Talk about being the dad or being the dad to be. Expecting, what is it? Expecting and expecting? Expecting
What?
to be
No,
expecting.
what to expect when expecting?
What to expect when
Kinda.
expecting. Yes,
Kinda, yeah, because we don't got all the facts, but we got a lot of stuff going on. But yeah, before we get into the show, how's everybody's week been? Tez, we'll start with you. Tez.
My week's been good. Been a lot of changes and growth in the household as far as my change of scenery.
Boy.
Yeah,
Kids are big,
my
boy.
baby's getting bigger. They growing up on me. Little ladies they showing up and showing out. So yeah.
Good. CK, what about you?
I am officially, like Tez, a father of two now. Little man was officially born July 8th, 2020. Yeah, it was complications involved, but you know, we'll talk about that another date. But as of right now, he is good. Everything is good. And I'm very happy for him to be here, and his little sister, his big sister, cannot wait to see him. So yeah, it's been a crazy week. He's about to be a week old tomorrow.
Hey, congratulations on the
Yeah,
new
man.
baby, CK, man. That's great.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Thank you.
Nephew.
Terrell, what about you, man? How's your week been?
We've been chill, man. You know, I'm in that phase. I'm finishing up a lot of business related stuff for this week, because then after this, it's just chilling, waiting for the baby to come. I try to close everything up this week by Friday. All other work related, podcast related, everything's shutting down, and for the next few weeks, we're just gonna be chilling, waiting on baby girl to come. So
yeah, because you know, at this point right now, is any day. Honestly, you're at that. You're at that point. Yeah, you're at that point where any day you could just wake up. Got that call, you got to go, man. So those of you who don't know, Tyrell is expecting. You know, all of us, me, Tez, and CK, we already have our children. But T-Bones, Tyrell is actually expecting his first child, a daughter, within the next 2 weeks or so. So that will lead us into our first question for you, Tyrell.
What's going on, Rush?
What are you expecting as to be a father? What are you expecting fatherhood to be like? That's the question.
what am I expecting fatherhood to be like? I don't know. I'm expecting a lot of fun. I think for me, like y'all said, this is my first child, and y'all already in the game, which is crazy because I'm the oldest. Like reversed.
We overachievers.
I know y'all overachievers in the family, the daddy gang. But no, I think being a father for me has been something that I've always looked for and been wanting my whole life. You know, I have a lot of other accomplishments professionally, academically, etc. But that's never been my main goal. My main goal is always be a dad and start a family. That's something that means the most to me. And so I think out of a lot of the past accomplishments I have, I'm just like super, super hype and excited to meet baby girl and start this family thing. And, you know, just all the, I think, I'm sure you all have probably had this too when you were becoming dads for the first time is that you have all these, I guess, scenarios in your head, visions of what it's gonna be like.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the songs you're gonna sing, the dance you're gonna do, the cake, ice cream you're gonna eat, all that kind of stuff. The clothes you want to go to party, all that kind of stuff, man. I
The
just find
goosenecks
myself
we're gonna indulge
having a lot
in.
of those. Yeah, I just find myself having a lot of those, man.
Even
I had to. I'm sorry.
now, yo. Even now, even with me, like Millie's here, and I still like envision the future. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Okay, what kind of music? I for some reason I want her to be an Alicia Keys fan because I do love Alicia Keys, and I just want I'd be playing right. So I've been planting that seed. I'll be playing Alicia Keys music to her all the
This
time.
man.
She be popping her head a little bit. But yeah, I
Marzi Keys. I'm done.
Millie Keys, man.
Millie Keys, man. Hey, that kind of rolls, though. I ain't gonna lie.
It do.
I'm sure there'll be some trademark issues, but you know,
facts.
Maybe just gotta spell keys a little different.
With a Z, man. Put a Z.
K-E-E-Z. Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna piggyback off of what T-Bone said, but just not more or less saying anything, but to wrap the back end of what you set up, I quit everything you just said to, man. Shout out to Fuzz. Like I said every episode, shout out to Fuzz, man. Y'all had an amazing father from the way it sounds. So I definitely have to give y'all Pops his just dues.
Oh yeah. Fuzz been a good role model, especially I think setting an example of just, you know, being around for the kids. I know Marzi's talked about this before on the podcast, and I can piggyback and say co-sign on the same thing, saying like, yeah, that's something we want to bring to our own children. Something I'm looking forward to being at whatever she's doing, whatever recital or sports team or singing. I don't know. I'll be there, and that'll be fun, you know, to experience that for sure.
Right. Yeah, nah, for real. Yeah, I mean, it's exciting and everything. So with that being said, Tyrell, we have, like we said just before this, we have 2 weeks. We're in a 2-week period for your baby girl to come.
Yeah.
Are you prepared?
I don't think anyone's ever really prepared.
No. Well, let me rephrase it. Do you have a go bag?
Actually, Chris was talking about that today. Man, I think she has her go bag ready, and I don't have not one draw ready, toothbrush, nothing.
Man,
I packed mine the day of Malik's induction. I did not have one ready at all, bro.
I didn't have one either. I had to rush home and make mine. I'm like, oh.
Nah,
yeah, I'm gonna try to start it tomorrow.
You should.
No promises.
Yeah.
Hey, make sure you bring lotion. That hospital area, hey, your skin dry.
Oh yeah, them showers.
I know, probably sure all the hand washing and all that stuff.
Boy,
I don't know how that was in your mind. And both times with both Naya and Malik, I wasn't even thinking about washing nothing because I was just like, what is going? It just all happens so fast, especially with two completely different situations. But both times you're just like everything is happening at you. It's like here's the
what's going on, Joy?
With Malik, it's just like what's going on with Malik. So it's just like we weren't really thinking about that. And I think especially as a first time dad. Like it's Tyrell, it's gonna be from oh man, the excitement here it comes to it's great.
It's gonna be wild. I would say I did I put the car seat in over the weekend.
Yes.
I should have waited until it was cooler out because I was backseat sweating, boy.
Dude,
like, what is going on, son? It took longer than I thought, but I got it, you know.
That thing's sturdy.
All in there.
Do they did your hospital check the car seat before you leave?
I can't remember. I think what they said is they have a practice car seat in the hospital.
Yeah.
They put the baby in to make sure that the baby is like cool. For some reason, and then we'll just take them to the car seat downstairs. So I'm trying to still test. I just want to get like a stuffed animal or something to put in there real quick to make sure I can.
That's the beauty of having a daughter.
It's game time. I don't want to be looking confused. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Hey, I'll say the best part for us in the hospital, we had to make sure we had a particular type of car seat because they weren't just gonna let us have any old car seat. So we had to make sure we were leaving in this particular type that's for more newborn babies. But they walked us through how to put them in a couple of times while we were getting ready to discharge the day with them. They're like, all right, so this is how you go. They would make sure we could put them in and out and how to maneuver if we had to get them. Because it was me, the nurses were pushing Kira, and I had basically both the twins in the car seats walking down behind them. Man, well, at least you got one. I had two.
At our hospital, they checked, like, we couldn't leave until somebody like that was certified to check the car seat.
That too.
Actually came and checked and see, like, all right, this is legit. You got it in right, and then we were able to leave. So it's like, yo, I was like, so what if we didn't have the car seat right or didn't have a car seat?
Keeping
right?
your baby.
That's what
You be sitting. You be sitting there.
You fail.
You fail day one.
That's crazy.
You can't, man.
Yep. They ship off your baby to somebody who passed the test.
Boy failed his first parent certification.
Take that. All right, we'll see you guys next time.
It was fun for the 2 hours that you got to held them, right?
Right.
I
recommend bringing your Switch into.
That's been one of my biggest things. What electronic I've actually contemplated, because I think I just saw one. Which athlete was it? One athlete was
Aaron Jones.
Aaron
Jones with his whole PlayStation 4.
His whole PlayStation. I'm like, bro, I got Last of Us 2 on deck. I think.
But did y'all get a private room?
But Kristen's cool with that.
She hasn't mentioned anything yet.
You better check. I checked with Carly first because we were talking about it over on the Fumble. So I was like, you know what? I'm about to be in that same seat. Let me make sure I know how she feel about it. And she's like, yeah, as long as you get up when you know I'm in pain and going through contractions, you can have whatever you
she
have
over there crying and screaming. And
hold on.
Hold up. So y'all hospital rooms got TVs though? I'm still tripping. Y'all got TVs. We had a room with no TV. So, but that's also, it wasn't a private room. We couldn't get a private room regardless. So we
all that free healthcare.
They gotta draw the line somewhere.
More communal spaces,
yeah. So like we had a semi-private, and then when she was like going through like labor and everything, it was private, and then we moved to a semi-private where we had to kind of share it with somebody, but no one ever came in there, so it was just us in this massive ass room for like days. I was like, yes.
See, with me, since I was so prepared, I prepared my to-go bag early. So Katie seen me packing my Switch in the to-go bag, ready to go. No, she was like, "What are you doing? You gonna be playing it?" I was like, "No, I'm not." I'm just in case we got some downtime. But there was a lot of downtime.
They sleep a lot. It is.
And then even when the baby's born, like before the baby's born,
labor and all that. Yes.
And then after the baby's born, like I said, the baby, as the dad, you're pretty much useless because
as hell
the mom is breastfeeding.
And annoying.
There's nothing you can do. Which brings us to the next part. Have you have any experiences of changing a diaper? Because I'm feeling you're gonna have to be doing that a lot. And
the funny thing is, I do, and Kristen doesn't.
Really? Roll over.
Yes.
Wow.
The tables have turned. Yeah, she's the one that's more worried about that stuff. Because boys, our parents always had babies in the house 24/7. So Kato was the baby's diaper who I changed diapers all the time.
That was 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's still a diaper though. It ain't that damn hard.
You don't change. It doesn't change. So I remember, mechanics, and I'm sure, I won't be too.
And Caden is a boy.
He's a boy now. Yeah, he's a grown man now, right?
I'm just saying the difference from a little girl.
T-Bone, it's definitely. I
already know you got to write.
Wipe down.
Yeah, man.
Already
it's something different.
Tutorials on these online classes.
Don't let none of that dude go on the no. Don't let.
Yeah.
I know young boys though, they be saying too, you gotta watch it because they just be once they feel that air.
Oh yeah,
girls too though a little bit, but it's not as bad.
No, they be spraying everywhere. Yeah, because I didn't really have too much. Well, I'm lying. I did have experience with Xavier, Elvis's son. I had experience changing his diaper, and that was the most to my knowledge about changing diapers. Have you also been practicing your swaddle game? Because
I would say
this was you.
That one say no, I haven't yet. I have the swaddle. We have the swaddle, and then we also have the baby carrier thing. I don't know what it's called, but not a swaddle guy. I have not practiced in that. I should get up on that starting next week.
You said the baby carrier thing.
Like the one you put on your it's like
the little.
It's. I think y'all got one. CK during y'all baby shower, like it's the brand. I'm trying to think of the brand, the big brand name when everybody gets. I can't think of the name of it.
I think that's the one we got. I can't remember the name.
But swaddling is key, man. My swaddle game was trash, yo.
Me too, bro. I was the worst.
So trash. Millie
Not
was
I.
way out of it, man. She was like a escape artist. Like I would wrap her in it, and then I turn around for a second, turn back around. She got both her hands out. She got one hand out. She got a foot out. I'm like, yo, this is it's an experience, man.
Bruh.
I would do it. I would turn around. Next thing you know, Anaya swaddling me. I'm like, yo, how you get this? How you get it's hard, man. It's so quick. Like, it's crazy.
It ain't that well. Okay, y'all babies were way more developed than mine, so it was like it didn't take much until they got as strong as they are now. Is probably where y'all were starting. So like trying to swaddle them now was like, hold on, daddy, you got me messed up. I'm pulling up out of this today. Well, this ain't the little me. Get up out.
You still swaddle now?
Sometimes, because like the girls they'll get fussy sometimes, and they'll do a lot of rolling before taking a nap. I'm like, well, I know exactly what'll make you stop, and you'll just instantly fall straight to sleep because you're fighting it. I don't do the full body swaddle. I'll do like mid waist to like upper shoulders, kind of just just roll the legs up so they can still kind of do kicking, but it keeps this compressed and they can kind of they'll rock themselves right out. I'm like, yep, easy.
I recommend the weighted swaddle, man. It's easy. It's easy to use. And then they got like they can't roll around in it, and they just sit still. And
I'm super loud. My bad.
I assume it feels good on them because that little bit of pressure that it puts on them helps them sleep a lot easier.
And then you're gonna know your baby within the first few days. Whether she's cool with it or not. Because Anaya hated being contained, and that never changed. She's about to be 3 years old. He still hates being contained, and we're learning the same thing about Malik. Like he's wired up and everything, but he's fighting the nurses when they trying to change his IV and stuff like that. He's the same thing. They don't like being contained. And like Tez was saying, I also have a friend who just had a kid as well, but she was the complete opposite. She was completely cool. Let her swaddle. She would not move. If you took forever, she wasn't gonna budge, or she wasn't just gonna let you swaddle her. So I'm sure like within the first few days you're gonna find out from eyes. But yeah, that's fine. Swaddle me up, daddy.
Serious, but they either hate it or love it. It's like now they like it, but it varies. But sometimes you're gonna have to do it because you're like, look, I ain't got time for this. You tired. You keep moving. It's me or you at this point, and I say it's you more so than me.
There's no more annoying feeling than finishing a really good swaddle and feeling so proud of yourself,
and
then
break
putting
out
her down on the bed or putting her down in her and then you go for a second, come back and you see the foot just out there kicking it. Like, yo, I was like, you thought you killed that thing, and it's like, baby, can you like, I'm not doing it again. Yeah, that.
Hey, T-Bone, I will recommend if you don't end up getting like the weighted one. This is for I guess when I don't want to say baby girl's name wrong. What is it? Sorry.
Maya.
Okay, when she gets older, like we have granny blankets here, so it's the funniest thing because they'll still be trying to get loose from the granny blanket if you can make sure that none of
granny blanket for those of us
the crocheted blankets with like the
granny blanket is?
Huh? Oh, nobody knew what a granny blanket. None of y'all grandmamas never knitted y'all no blanket.
All the new guys on the horn.
I actually have one.
I still got my grandma's blanket.
I got my blankets and my bib and my blanket. A blanket that apparently, now I haven't fact checked yet because my dad said that my mom knitted it, but I haven't asked you yet to confirm. It's a little fuzzy.
Oh god!
But no, I was just saying that's probably one of the funnest blankets to put them in because they can't really fully break out of it because their fingers will get stuck here, a hand will get caught there. They're just like a Chinese finger trap.
Those are called granny blankets. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's just a trap waiting to happen. So you can put them in a semi-perfect swaddle and they'll never come out of it because they'll just get stuck and tire themselves out. Like I love these little tricks I be learning.
I was think about that.
I was supposed to knit Millie one before she was born. Like I went to the store.
Me.
Hold
on, you don't gloss past that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
You.
I was watching YouTube videos on how to crochet, man. I was gonna like you think I was just gonna
I thought you just had this talent because T-Bone didn't say nothing. I was like, I guess this is just the thing that he had.
No. I don't know how to do it, but I just wanted her first blanket to be something that I made, but procrastination, and next thing I know, Millie's here and there's no blanket. So
the baby all cold.
He's like, I'll go with the next one.
Yeah, I'll try. But then I gotta make the Millie one because I want Millie to not have one. The next one.
That is something else I'm learning right now too, because there's so many things we're preparing for Malik, and then you have to have that thought in your head, like, I didn't do that for Anaya, so now that I'm doing this for Malik, now I gotta make sure I do it for Anaya as well, because now I'm gonna feel bad that she didn't. Because like me and Carly are both, it's obviously Chris and Carly, so we're both C's, and we were thinking of C names, but it's like, yo, Anaya's gonna feel so left out if we have C names, he has a C name, and she's Anaya. Yeah. We can't do that, so we went with Malik. It's just all those kind of things that you have to think about now because you know older sisters.
Because then now if Malik had a C name and everybody got C names, you can be like, "Hey, Anaya, you adopted, like something."
Man,
for real.
It's like you adopted. No, I'm not.
No, I'm not. Nah, they just gotta look at her and me, and then they'll know it's not true.
Yo, Tyrell, so like I said, we keep going back to how you got 2 weeks left.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to these 2 weeks, how was the pregnancy? Was Kristen bad, or was it a smooth pregnancy for you? Because we all have different stories and different.
Don't worry, Tyrell.
Takes.
I can see the door. I'll let you know.
I know got the door behind me. That's why I got the camera positioned this way, just in case. You won't catch me slipping. No, the pregnancy has been smooth overall, I would say. For her, it was rough. That first trimester, she had a lot of like morning sickness, throwing up, nausea, all that kind of stuff. And then she took some medication for it beginning the second trimester. Second trimester, she was pretty good health-wise. And then as we got a little bit closer to the third trimester, you know, a little more snappy sometimes, you know. I just kind of breathe and wake up, and you know she hates me.
Damn,
a little bit.
Damn.
But nothing that a bowl of food wouldn't solve usually. Was usually the main culprit.
That's the one you could do. You just give her some food and she'll be all right.
Food, some tacos, that usually some ice cream. Usually cold stuff has been the trick, I would say, for the most part, to soothe the anger.
Cold Stone Creamery.
Dude, look, I know you probably have a story, but you don't have to share if you don't want to. But your the story of there's always one moment in a pregnancy. I'm trying to get it out, but I'm trying to say it right. Always one moment in a pregnancy where the woman gets mad and has a problem over the smallest or dumbest thing, and the emotions go crazy. Do you have a story like that?
Do I have a story like that? I'm pretty sure I do. I'm trying to think. I think it happened recently. Yeah. Did I tell y'all? Was there one? Let me think.
Because I know I had one, with the water bottle when Katie was pregnant, and I drank her water out of the water bottle, and goddamn, you thought
you drank it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you told us to say
you just thought I was killing somebody she knew. Like it was the end of the world, man.
Mine got turned into a TikTok. And I thought I was alone. Mine got turned into a TikTok. You know how you've seen all these people with like the girl asking them if you could do this, and the guy saying yes, dear, yes, dear, yes, dear. And the one time they say I'll do it in a second, then they blow up. That was Carly Flood's entire pregnancy. She was like, can you do dishes? Yeah, I'll do it right now. I'll do dishes. Can you flip the laundry? Yeah, I'll flip the laundry. She's like, babe, can you come make the bed? Yeah, I'm making it in just a second. Fine. Let's do it myself. Oh, I asked you to do something simple.
Damn, like that?
Yeah. And the next thing I go on TikTok and I saw this, I was like, yo, shit, I said.
Yo, okay, that's wild. I didn't have any situations like that. Mine were more so angry. Mine were like on the sad spectrum of stuff, like just something real quick and just turned into a full blown. I'm crying. I'm like, what? Huh? What happened? I just came back from the gym.
Yeah, no tears on my end. Most of the time, it's been just small things. Usually, I might ask a simple question about, and I stop this, of course, at this point. Like if she were to do something, or like maybe put this while you're up, can you put this dish in the sink while you're heading that way? And no, not the response I was expecting for such a simple. And then now, because it's close to the baby, so I'm real like, sit down, don't do nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to take no chances, and now you get mad. Get mad because of that. I'm like, I'm gonna have to take this. I just gonna be mad, but I ain't have you bend down, pick up nothing. Something happened. Just sit down, relax. Don't worry, you're gonna have a lot of pushing to do in a couple weeks. So
it's crazy. It's crazy you say that, because that was the biggest thing in this house that really turned into what y'all were talking about, getting mad at something. I'm like, no, stop doing stuff. Like, just, I got this. Like, but I feel useless. I'm like, well, you should be in this moment. You shouldn't be required to do anything. I got this. I'm picking up. I'm cleaning up. I'm changing the litter. I'm putting clothes in and out of the washer. I'm doing dishes. Loading the dishwasher. Don't bend down. I remember once she bent down and almost tripped. I'm like, yeah, see, this is where I'm about to get angry. Go ahead and sit down. Let me take care of all this. But I'm getting yelled at because I'm making you feel like you can't do nothing while you pregnant. I'm like, but I'm like, I can't win. I quit. I can't win.
I think I'm gonna be traumatized from this experience because, especially to everybody listening or watching right now, my number one advice, I know I'm new to the dad game, but I would say do not get a house and have a child at the same damn time, please. Because all that stuff Tez was just naming, it's like times a bajillion. Because when you get to used to moving, the packing, the unpacking, doing the yard work, and the plumbing, electrician, all of that stuff, and it's like, oh well, you pregnant, so you can't help out at all. So all of that's just on your shoulders. You handling everything, son. So I would suggest, take one step at a time. The baby first or the house first. And then it'll be much easier. Because trying to do it all at once, you'll lose your mind, man.
Yeah, my homeboy is going through that right now too. He's having his wife is pregnant, and he's moving into a house right now. So yeah, he's going
through Luigi.
Nah. Oh God, I called this man Luigi. But yeah, so yeah, when the baby gets here now, thinking into the future, what is one of the first things you want to teach your daughter?
One of the first things I want to teach her,
you be proud about it. Like, this goes for all of us, because I don't think we ever had this question, or we might have. I don't remember, but we'll just start off with Tyrell.
It's a good question.
The first thing I want to teach her, like something fun or just like anything. I don't know. I think I would say this. I would be very proud if I can make her a Knicks fan. Because Kristen is a Lakers fan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's round of applause for that. We know what it is over here. Kristen,
you had to get up.
Kristen is a Lakers fan, and so we have this competition going on. Like, what kind of fan is she going to be? So I mean, I think I do have an advantage because we do live in New Jersey. So it's easier to get more paraphernalia, maybe see Knicks games, etc. So that's what we're holding out right now. If I can win that battle, that'd be a huge battle to win in this household. Because mostly everything, Kristen don't really watch football. There's nothing there. She likes the Mets with me. So it's only the basketball team we're going to be fighting about.
See. Yeah, I'm not, that's not the first thing I want, but yeah, I'm on the same page because Katie is a Yankees fan and I'm a Mets fan. So already Katie has Millie be wearing these Yankees shirts and stuff like that. And I'm like, yo, we gotta take this off. She's not getting used to this. So yeah, I'm with you on that one. I just want her to be on the same side as me on the teams.
Yeah, that's why you need to buy some Mets paraphernalia. I'm gonna have to send Millie some.
Yeah, do.
I can't be seeing all this Yankee stuff.
Taking pictures and all these Yankee stuff, man.
Nah, that's dead.
She don't know.
I don't really have any general sports team of anything.
No. You don't gotta be sports, man. I'm just saying.
I know. I'm just saying. No. That's gonna be a given. That's gonna be a given. No, the first thing I want to teach. Shut up, man. They already know how to do that. T-Bone, you missed that. I was saying my update on the babies. Like, they actually are starting to like make the random noises y'all hear me make all the time. Like, they're actually mimicking it for real.
Oh boy. A whole family, a whole TikTok video.
Oh my God, they're gonna be freaking like the lead.
Hey, I'm just saying. But like pentatonics, they're gonna be around here like pentatonics for real. No, I would love to teach them both how to cook first. Like, that was big in my family. Like, the men, the women more so cooked, but like when it was the men's turn to cook, like we had to show up and show out too. So that was my thing for them. Like, I want to be able to share with them my experiences and love of cooking in the kitchen. Because I'm still teaching Kira some stuff from time to time. Like, the one thing Kira has, like, I can cook meals and the more savory sides of stuff, and she has baking. Like, I can't bake to save any part of me, but like that'll be her. They'll be making cookies and cakes and pies, and daddy's like teaching them how to make roast and everything else in between that, so they can take care of themselves or their significant other someday, he or she, whoever they may be. That's the one thing I'm looking forward to, like getting in there and just making a mess, or them trying to help me and like cut up stuff for the first time. Like, all right, get on the little stool and you chop not the onions, but you can chop something.
Yeah,
I can't wait for that.
Well, Terrell stole my answer because that's 100% mine as well. Like this basketball in general, and it's already cool because Anaya is already, she knows what it is, and she'll ask me all the time. Like she'll be like, "Daddy, can I watch basketball?" So we'll watch basketball, and I'll of course show her RJ Barrett highlights because I mean, what else would I be showing her? But yeah, and she knows the difference because like before, if she says basketball, it meant that she wanted to like watch my stuff because of course I do like basketball content on my channel. But now, like if I don't show her basketball, she'll be like, "No, basketball." So then I'll go to that. And now with the WNBA coming back and her New York, the Liberty, and now they got Sabrina out there. So it's like I think it's the perfect time for that, and it's right around her birthday and stuff like that. So I wanted to start watching that and seeing like, look, like it's not just boys playing basketball, like girls are playing basketball too. So she'd be seeing their hair going and putting them in a ponytail. And now she got this long hair, so now she want to put her hair in a ponytail now, and she's all cool.
She whipping her hair back and forth.
Bro, let me tell you, the amount of times I've seen this, I'm so ready to rip the hair out of her head. Like, nah, we're going back to the afro. I'm tired of you. Nah, don't do it. She be doing these things. Daddy, that like, girl, we ripping it right out. Nah, enough. But yeah.
Tez's comments had me think about something too. And since we all here have daughters, having daughters, how do you? Because when you have a boy,
don't forget.
He got to assert his dominance. The only alpha in the room. I got a son. I got a son.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So when y'all have thinking about dog, I know like having a son, and I'm pretty sure CK thought about, right, you want to teach your son certain things, how to mow the lawn, how to change a tire, how to do all that kind of stuff. But with daughters, do you feel the same way? I know I kind of want to. I want to make sure that Maya knows how to change a tire. I want to know how she mows the lawn, take out the trash, whatever it is, because it's important. Will I have her do it all the time? Probably not. But I do want her to have that skill set. Is that something y'all thought about?
Yeah.
100%. The mowing the lawn thing, I never really thought about that, but for sure, doing like being able to switch a tire, like to me that's a big deal because her mama don't even know how to do that. So 100%, I want her to be independent. Like those are huge things that she doesn't need to be depending on anybody to be doing stuff like that. Of course, she can be doing the trash and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, 100%, that's something that is definitely come across my mind many times. That I want to instill those skills as once she grows up.
Yeah, like So also, just pretty much.
I'm sorry, real quick. I'm gonna be right back after call. There's a little update on Malik, so I'm gonna be right back.
Go right ahead, big dog.
Yeah. Okay, I'll be right back.
Yeah. There's one idea. The whole car thing, just in the basics about cars and stuff. Yeah, that's good to know. Because I do know a couple of people who even guys don't know how to charge a battery on a car, right? Jump a car, they don't know which ones go which. They be shocking themselves with things, stuff like that.
Man.
So it's just like. and because a lot of these newer cars, it's not really straightforward. Before there's the negative and there's the positive, but a lot of cars now don't have the negative, and you don't know you have to ground it on, like, there's a metal slab that you got to put the negative part onto the car. Like, it's just small simple things like that. Yeah. And changing the tire, man, I mean, it's gonna be hard, but yeah, learning these little small skill sets will be beneficial later on, of course. But one of the things that I want to teach Millie, I mean, all of us want to do this, but I really want her to play video games. Like, I want her to be good. Like, I want her to be like 5-6 years old, giving competition to us. Like, I want her to be like trying to be able to test. She might be able to beat you, man. You know how you
look. I'm gonna tell you firsthand. If Millie beat me in anything, I'm like, she cheating. Ain't nothing there. This ain't possible. She cheating, Mars. Get your daughter. She cheating. I refuse.
Yeah, so I mean, that's one of the biggest things, and I do, and I want to teach her sign language. That's one of the biggest things that like, I think also should be taught in school now, because there's a lot more, like, it's becoming more apparent, like, there's a lot more handicapped kids, that have hearing or can't talk, and they're doing sign language. I watched this video I guess because I'm looking for it now and I'm seeing it. I'm pretty sure it's always been like this, but I haven't really been looking for it. I watched this video on YouTube the other day where, there's a deaf person in the class, and all her classmates learned sign language, and they were able to talk to her and communicate with her by doing sign language. And I thought that was the dopest thing. I thought it was cool. So I do want Millie to learn sign language, just for, who knows, she might have a best friend one day. Is definitely, she good at sign language. And these little ones that she knows now, she each, like, I'll say every other week, we teach her a new sign, and she knows it. So we incorporate the words to the sign language, so she knows how to say please, thank you. She knows how to say more. She knows how to say I love you. And so just these little things now, if we keep building on it, I want her to be able to speak sign language.
Yeah, that's dope. I remember you saying something about that last time. Like, I still think that's super dope. I was like, well, when we get to that stage, I'd probably start trying to teach them little things like that. But yeah, T-Bone, what you said, the things that don't happen as often, but it's a good necessary skill to have for that day you need to pull it out the back pocket. Like, man, I done caught a flat on the side of the highway. Why? But I got a spare in the car, but I don't know how to jack this up, mount it, put it on, and mosey on down the road with 15 miles an hour. So this spare don't bust, because you ain't finna speed up off that. That's definitely a good skill set. Just teaching them the stuff that you would on both ends of the spectrum, because even if I had a son, I'd be like, well, my boy, you have to learn how to cook, because I know a lot of my friends can't cook for nothing. All my female friends, some of them can and can't, but it's just trying to find that balance. Like, well, you need to learn how to, no matter what, these are skills you should have, whether you're by yourself or with somebody, so that you're never without or lacking. Yeah, like you don't want to have to be relying on somebody. And again, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just not to say that if we both have this skill, then that means we're more likely to succeed than one of us just being out here or we're both just fumbling with no type of guide or assistance at all. So yeah, that's definitely on the list of things to do.
Because a lot of guys are taught, because that raises the value of independence, and sometimes if you don't do that with girls, and they have to be dependent on some other dude or somebody else to help them do these things. And so I think when they like, oh no, I can do this myself, it's like, oh, I'm not going to date you or be with this person just because you can, change a tire, or you're this manly man. And then they start to focus on other things. That's just my theory, right? Like, oh well, what's your personality like? You know what I mean? Like, what's your character like? Not just what can you do for me?
You can change the life.
I can do that. And maybe they might look at you. Look at you, run into a dude that can't change a tire, or whatever it is, but a battery can't jump a battery. He's like, all right, bro, you got to go, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Bro, if that was a criteria for any relationship, I probably would have none for a long time. I was like, because I didn't get a car until I was 19. It's like, imagine you a freshman, you know how to change a tire? Nah, I see you. Like, hold on, what? What? Can't even drive yet.
She wouldn't know until it's usually not a question you ask in the courting part, right?
Exactly.
You get stopped on the side of the road, and she looking at you like, you gonna help out? You like, bruh, you gonna call AAA or somebody? Like, what you about to do? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's gonna be our last date if that was the case,
bro.
Yeah, not for real.
That's wild. I had a question I wanted to ask T-Bone, but because Mars, you jump topics, it went over my head, so I'll let you keep going. I'm probably just gonna try and get it back and come to it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, dude. What about instruments, man? You want instruments, Tyrell? Like
I've thought about it again. With babies, with children, and toddlers, you're just really trying to figure out what they like, and that's the way it's gonna go. Chris and I have talked about exposing them. We didn't really play no instruments growing up. Kristen, I think, played, I can't remember. I think the violin it was for a little bit. I tried to teach myself my first year at graduate school. I tried to teach myself the keyboard piano, which was fun. And that's probably, if I had to learn one, that'd be my instrument of choice. But yeah, I'm down for whatever. I know that learning instruments, particularly things like the piano, etc., really helps with their brain development, because you have to use both sides of their brain. But women do that anyway, girls do that anyway. But it does help them developmentally. So I think it is a good thing to start. If they like it or not, that's gonna be up to them.
Yeah, just throwing stuff out there to see what sticks. I got my question back too, Mar. So T-Bone, what I wanted to know is, being as you are a teacher, a scholastic scholar, things like that. Do you think as a parent you'll be more on the stern or apathetic side to how your children absorb information or helping them through school and things like that? Or would you just be like, I know what to expect from you because you're my child, and I don't expect you to be anything less than this type of mentality? Yeah.
Be honest.
That's it's kind of like one of those things where you have, you got like Jay-Z and Beyonce's kids, right? Now I'm not gonna try to compare myself to them, but you have like these high performing parents, and now you have kids, and the kids are like, dang, do I have to, meet that level and match that level? And so me and Chris have already talked about that because I have a PhD, she has a PhD, and so automatically we feel like our kids are gonna feel like
Clear and Cliff, I see you.
Like they're gonna have that pressure of like academically excelling. But everybody, I think what I would say is that I'm not going to be stern. Like, I think this comes from my parents back. They just always like do the best you can, and that's all they care about. So, if the best you can, you come with A's, that's fine. If the best you can, you come with C's, you're good. They were never really demanding of A's. They just wanted to see you put the effort in, and so I'm going to definitely adopt that philosophy. That's important. And also, I think being in education, educator, I realize even with my students who are adult learners, but everyone can learn the material. People just learn it differently. Some are visual learners, some can read, some like to touch.
I'm hands-on.
Yeah, so I feel like with any kind of child you have, you can get them to learn it. You just got to figure out what's the best way they like to learn
method. Yeah. I could tell what kind of method Millie is. She is a one-time seer, and then she got it. Like it's dope. Amazing. Like she see you do something one time, and it's over. Like she knows how to do it, man. She
knows really good.
Unlock the gates. Really she knows how to push the leash on Chopper. And I'm like, yo, you just watch me do this one. And with her, she's very observant. Like she'll sit there and stare at you while you're doing something, and it's because she's like, she's processing everything that's happening. Like now, she has a cup that we pour water in, and Katie took off the cup one time, like she unscrewed the cup one time.
Now she always trying to do it.
Now Millie unscrews the cup, picks up the water bottle, and tries to pour. I'm like, yo, like, man, where was this skill for me? Why did I ability? Yeah. Like she sees one thing, man, and I like it. So we're trying to mold that kind of teaching with her now at a very early age. Like sometimes I'll show her one thing, like we played a memory game, so we put the memory game down, like a couple of cards down. I'm like, oh, match this, match that, and I don't think she understands the concept of it, but she's starting to get it. But yeah, I'm trying to flex on that, man. Millie's memory muscles, man.
Photographic memory, man.
Yeah, hey, man. If she does keep that, that's a great thing, because she'll be breezing through some classes and courses. But then at the same time, she might be that kid that acts out because she's so smart, she ain't got shit else to do. Like, Mr. Connor, your daughter's in trouble again. Like, what did she do this time? I know all this stuff. Bump me up a grade.
That's true, man.
I knew a lot of kids like that in school. Just like, they were scholastically amazing, but they were bad as shit just because they weren't being challenged. Like finishing tests in like 30 minutes or less, and ain't got nothing else to do but act out, and then get kicked up 2 grades. I'm like, damn, I want to get out of here too. You ain't that smart. You right.
Yeah, man. Tyrell, one last question, and then we can just freeball it from there. Are you excited or nervous, or are you both?
Yeah. No, I'm not excited.
He gonna cry in the car.
I'm excited, bro.
He gonna cry in the car.
I think I'm definitely excited. I think Kristen always keeps asking me, because I'm not. She's more nervous than I am. I'm not really nervous. I think it's just because my excitement is outweighing the nervousness. I feel that I probably will get nervous once it's game time. It's like time to go to the hospital. I'm like, oh man. All right, here we go. The nerves go kicking in. But now I'm just excited. I feel like I can understand the nerves. Sometimes if I know Kristen's nerves come in, like, oh, I'm gonna be a good mom, or we're good people. Other people all since the beginning of mankind to figure out how to be parents and have raised successful children. So I'm not worried about of doing a good or a bad job. I'm just excited. The main thing is health. And yeah, so I'm more excited than nervous, but I'm sure the nerves will kick in once it's game time, man.
Yeah, it just comes naturally, man, being a parent. Like, it's just, like, I never thought I would be, like, a great dad or anything like that, but everything just comes naturally. Like, it's instincts. You see your child is stuck or needs help or something, or you just like a learning moment or whatever.
The switch just flips, man.
Yeah, it just kicks in instantly. It's just like you see, and you see your daughter crying or something. Then you like that is one of the biggest things.
You start crying. That's what you about to say.
No, I mean you almost like damn, man. That's how you know y'all connected, because it's like you yell at her and then she sit there. And then she starts crying, and I'm like, "Damn, yo, I shouldn't have yelled at her, but she's not doing what she's supposed to be doing."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yo, come here."
Yeah, you gotta stay strong. Yeah, that's my problem too. I think we talk about that all the time. I'm the worst when it comes to the night. Like I'm a big softie.
Get there too.
Yeah. I mean, I'm getting better now that she's getting older, because now you hear one too many no's, and you start to still stay strong with your decisions. But yeah, man, it's just like you feel like Mark said, like you stern, and you like, she deserved the, she got in trouble, she deserves to not have what she wanted no more. But then that cry, like 3 seconds, and you're like,
that exact face.
I don't know. Like yeah.
She turned the big dog into a puppy. That's exactly what that is.
100%.
It's me.
Yeah, like this is just for right now. Still daddy. Like we still gonna play peekaboo. Like it's still me.
I'm sorry, I put a little bit too much bass in that. I put a little bit too much bass in that. No, so I'm sorry. I didn't. I'll tone it down next time.
Yeah.
Because
I told you stop calling me Chris, his daddy. But yeah, it's just right now. It's right now.
Because Millie is really not listening to Katie, and it is cracking me up, like, because that's what happened. So just the story yesterday was Millie kept touching the TV like with her hands, so now there's little fingerprints on the screen, and Katie's like, Millie, no, and she just looking at Katie still rubbing the screen. I'm like, yo, Millie, knock it off. And then she pulled.
Do you ever get in trouble for that though?
Katie told me to tell her to stop.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get in trouble all the time. Chris, can you help? It's between them two. Like she pissing her off. I always get in trouble. Like, can you get your daughter? Like, can you help? I'm like, look, she ain't bothering me. I have no problem with what she's doing. It's irritating you. Like, I'm not gonna get in between the parenting. That's y'all.
Wow.
And then I'm in trouble every time. Yeah, that happens all the time.
That was actually the first time yesterday, because Millie wasn't looking. I'm just sitting there watching her, and she's not listening. And Katie was like, "Come on, tell her." I'm like, "All right, Millie, knock it off." And then she pulled her hand slowly. Yeah. And then the tears started coming. I'm like, yo, you making me the bad.
Right, exactly.
Wow, okay.
Like, come on, man.
I'm trying to, like, this had nothing to do with me. Millie, you want to touch TV, girl? Shoot, man.
Yeah.
Nah, I gotta
go. All the time.
Yeah, nah. But it is definitely, Tez, you'll get there. Like,
yeah, I was like, I ain't there yet, but it's coming.
Yeah, man, it's one of those things. You just connected to the child, man. You see them crying, you want to cry. I don't know why.
I mean, I'm already really connected with my babies. Like, man, like I when I have either of them, like I said, Jules is she's really rough and tiny. I like, I'm telling you, like, y'all cats with these beards. Oh yeah, she's slapping and grabbing. Like I ain't got to worry about that. But like, it's just when I'm with Jazz is so gentle by nature. Like, when she cries, I literally get sad. When Jules cries, I get sad. But it's like, you did this to yourself a little. And I know why you cried. You upset. But Jazz, when she cries, she's usually so upset that she just be bawling. Like, I had to sit on the floor once with her back when they were like, they're 7 months now. I think when she was like 4 months. This was the first time we ever 7 months, just like 2 days ago. This is the first time they'd ever been so tired. They were like exhausted and frustrated. Like, she was crying her eyes out, like blood red in the cheeks, and I'm just like, what's wrong? I'm on the floor rocking with her. I'm like, I'm actually about to cry. She won't stop crying. I feel bad. Like, what's wrong, baby? I'm sorry. I got you. And then eventually she settled into going to sleep. I didn't even want to let her go. I was like, I just can't. Like, a part of me, like, T-Bone, you gonna have that. You're gonna have that moment, though. Like, when I was like, I don't want to let you go. Like, no matter what, I could get hit right now, and nothing's gonna happen to you. Nothing's gonna happen to you while I got you. I mean,
T-Bone, you about to be a big softie, bro.
Yeah,
it's okay.
He already soft.
Wow.
Needed some estrogens, needed some little girls, man. It's just what the universe need to give us, because we raising our household a pack of wolves.
Too much testosterone there, man.
housing just ain't not enough tenderness. You know,
I bet y'all was musty as hell in that house.
Yeah.
I was. My brothers though, they like to take showers.
Are you think you're gonna cry in the delivery room?
No idea. I don't feel like I am. I feel like I'm gonna be happy and excited and smiling, but I have no idea. You know, I can't predict that.
You never know.
Surprised if
I think you will. Yeah, I think you can't help it, man. I think everybody cries.
I cry by myself.
It's gonna be emotional.
Yeah, man. When you hold her for the first time, like, oh, this is me. Like,
you hear that cry, when you hear them cry, and like that's their first breath, and they there, and it's just like, damn.
I had the biggest cheese on my face because it was like, oh, here come the first one. I was like, oh, that's little me. Here come number 2. I was like, yeah, that's me, boy. I was like,
that's funny.
2 babies. Let's go.
I can't even imagine that too. I didn't even.
Dog, it's something.
That's too
you
much.
said what?
No, I'm just saying, just thinking about that, like I got so emotional just when 1 came out, and then to be like, all right, 2's here comes 2. 2's almost here. Like, oh my god, all right, okay, I'm ready. Like,
it's amazing, man. I'll say having twins will change your life, and of course, because it's 2 against y'all 2.
I'll let you have that. I'll hear your stories
and vice versa. But man, it's amazing to see my babies interact with one another and like start to acknowledge their sister and like know what they're doing. Like, all right, you making too much noise, flap, and make the other one cry. I'm like, damn, it's like that now. I was like, but y'all got each other for life. I was like, I can't say I had that.
What you said, that person? I'm most excited about seeing their personalities, man.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. Like,
I really want Maya to be like Kristen. For a lot of reasons. For the good and the funny ones.
Somebody to take up for you. She gonna take like that.
We were talking about earlier that both kids took the 2 things that Carly didn't want. She don't want our kids to have her forehead or her hairline or her eyebrows, and both of them got her eyebrows. Both of them got her hairline, and she was pissed off. Yeah, it just happens how it happens.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, man.
Yeah, Millie definitely got Katie's attitude offer it like that.
Naya too. Not even close. Her stubbornness.
And I'm so happy about it because biting them in the butt. Like, this is how you are,
right? And then we get in trouble for her. It's like, no. This is why I had to deal with dating your ass. This is not even know how it is. And then that's the thing too. Like, I swear my daughter has been potty trained for at least 3 months. But she refuses to tell us when she wants to go because she got her mama's stubbornness, and it's so frustrating because she can do it. Like, when you take her and she finally lets you go, she'll do it. She get up on the thing herself. She does all of it by herself, but I think she don't want to tell us when she got to go. That's Carly. That's why I'm like, you doing this from now on because I did my part. Now it's on her to not be so stubborn.
Damn, man, we got to get 2 potties, bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean. Just in case.
Yeah,
they might have that sister thing where they be peeing on sink, like they be.
I seen that.
It's time to go. It's time to go.
Cars.
Huh? What about cars?
Cars when it's time.
They gonna be sharing. They gonna be carpooling. My cousins had to do that with their sisters. Like, y'all carpooling.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Taz, you better.
All right, it's Jazz week.
Exactly.
Here's the keys, Jazz.
Yeah, nah, man, they got carpooling, or they're just gonna have a boyfriend that's gonna drive them around everywhere.
But then now I'm gonna flip that question to y'all. Like, you guys don't know what the age group's gonna be like. Between 1 and 2 for Mars and Tyrell. But like, are you gonna do a situation of like, the first car then gets sent down to the next one? Like, if say within those 4 years. Yeah, like within those 4 years, like, she works and she gets her own car, and then that same hand-me-down car, then you give that to Malik. Yeah, I think it's the same thing.
Yeah, nah, you got to. Unless we balling at that
That's
age.
What I'm saying, like,
16 years from now, then they'll get their own car. But if it's, we just chilling, living comfortably. Y'all getting you get this car, and then Millie, you buy your own car, and then
my boy, that's a lot of folks to be on some insurance. Like, God, that's 4 cars. In my case, that's it's like, ooh.
Me too, Tess. You ain't alone now. Hey, I caught up, bro. I'm with you now, man. I got 2 kids too, dog.
Big dogs. That's a lot of cars on some insurance.
Yeah, don't
work.
You said what?
Having your children work. How y'all feel about that?
having them
I'm
work.
for it. I'm for it.
Oh yeah, as soon as they're old enough to start working, man, they're gonna be working.
I got you from 0 to 13.
Easy.
Yep.
Right.
As soon as I turned 16, my 16th birthday. On my 16th birthday, I got my job, man.
Y'all lucky. I had to get a job at 14, boy. They took my ass to Crystal, said, "You want a job?" Yup. Let's go.
15 years old. I worked at a yogurt shop, Swirl frozen yogurt at 15 years old.
Shout out to Swirl.
I was making money and didn't even realize, like,
right. And I'm just throwing things around like, oh my gosh, I hate my past self when I think about those kind of things, man.
Bruh.
Like, just had the money just to spend. I was buying $25 t-shirts every week. The famous Stars and Straps shirts. I used to love those shirts. And
I used to have them earrings, them big F's.
Yep, I had them too, man. Every week I was buying the brand because they drop new shirts every week, and I'll just go to Pac Sun and just buy those shirts, man. Waste some money.
Right there with you. I was a cashier. I think every 2 weeks I had maybe like $450 to $500. I'm buying skate shoes because I'm real heavy, so like I got wide feet. I'm buying new skate shoes, new shirts and shoes. I had when GameStop was a thing. I'm like I got like the 3-disc version, so I got games coming in.
All video games, yep.
Man, being realistic, I should have been like cutting that in half and putting it away. I'm like this would have added up over time by the time I graduated because I had a job from 14 to the day I finished high school and even thereafter. But I wasn't thinking about saving a lick, and that's definitely something I want to teach them the value of a good hard-earned dollar and how to be more financially mindful of what they do with their money when they start making it. Because like I said, I got you from 0 to 13, 14 even. Well, I honestly don't think it's that hard.
You say that. My mom is a whole accountant. And she had us on a whole regimen from early on how to do it. And I got the process. I just wasn't doing it. So like, I feel like, it might be the same thing. Like we can teach them all they can understand. Cause I've known about it since young. I just wasn't doing it. And that could happen the same way with them, but that's up to them to learn it. Cause they teenagers at that point. You ain't got the money, then you can't have the things. That's how we were at. Like if you didn't have the gas to go where you want to go, then you stay home. You hanging out with mom and dad. Like,
Facts. Like for them, we set up their RESP, which is a fund we put into for when they get ready to go off to college. So when it matures, they'll have a significant amount for each of them both, in addition to a certain percentage that we get back. But there's also I've been trying to set stuff aside to give them when they hit or finish high school to start their savings accounts, because the way I had it
to them straight up.
Yeah, like either a graduation gift or I'm gonna give them something to start a savings, and then the rest will be divided when they finish high school or whatever. Well, I didn't have a lot coming out of my situation for my sister or I, and Kira had a little bit more than we had. But I'm just saying, I don't think it might be that hard. But like you said, they have to want to do it themselves. Like say they get their first check, bet you take them to go open up an account, whether it be at a credit union or a regular bank. They got credit unions up here. Just put it in and like, all right, well, you put half in your checking, half in your savings. You never touch what's there, and you only spend within your means of what's in here. So that way you're never lacking. But again, they have to be mindful of, this is what I need to do, but can't teach it. You can't make a teenager do it. Like, I still got money. Let me go get some more shirts. Daddy, I'm out of money. Like, you out.
I'm leaking, and I ain't even gonna know about their money. I'm calling it fail money, because they who knows, if they want to end up going to college, then cool.
Yeah.
Then that's when I'll be like, well, we got you. Here's this, and we have you for however long we can do it. But if they, like I did, they make a decision that they have a plan, they want to do some creative, something like that, but they have to have a plan. And then they go do it. I ain't gonna give them the money right away. They go do that. They go pursue that, find out that they can't do it, or find out how hard it is. Then they come back and they feel like their life is over. Then that's when you introduce that and, let them know that. So that's why I'm calling it fail money.
That's dope.
So I ain't even gonna tell them about it. So it depends on which path they go is when they gonna find out about that money. So that's just how I learned. Because I started with college, went to college, but it wasn't for me. And I wanted to go on LA and, pursue that dream and stuff like that. And I learned my lessons. I had my debts, paid all that, and I want to, be ahead of the game for them in case they want to do that. Whatever they want to do, just
Well, that's cool. The RESP plans we got, they have until like the age of 30 to actually do something with it, and it doesn't have to be like a full-on ride into like, I gotta go into school, or it just has to be some type of course that has like a 12-week program for them to get the entirety of it, like Yeah, just it could be like something as simple as I want to learn how to use Adobe, Photoshop, just a quick course that has to
Like
stint a
workshops and
certain
stuff,
and then it's kind of yours at that point, or they can take whatever they don't use and give it over to their sibling if they need to have more, or it all just comes back to
Troy, you get money
comes, we get it back. We will get whatever they don't finish with back also, in addition to our own percentage. So it's like, well, we funded it. You used most of it, right? All right, well, we get the rest of it. You be all right. You grown. You got it.
Yeah, shit, man. Yeah. I mean, that's
He gonna say,
yeah, because I mean, I agree with you on the whole thing. Well, I agree with CK about letting them, decide what they want to do before you just toss them the money. But yeah, nah. But I do agree with that. That's all the questions we have for. I have for T-Bone.
Troy, do you have questions?
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
I mean, I was asking questions.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. No, it's okay.
I'm sorry.
No, man, I was asking questions throughout this whole time too. So, a lot of the questions I had was asked. I think one that came to mind as we were talking about the money thing, but CK kind of addressed it. And one of the things that I had in mind too was just like about how much of a rope are you going to give your kids? Some parents want to be super overprotective, but I do feel like they need to fail. They need to go out there and experience it, kick them out, and just know that, hey, we're here. We're here if you about to like hit rock bottom, we'll save you, but you need to learn those things. And that's why I feel like it's important for them to get a job. So then when they are, having all their money at 40 years old, they'll remember like, I used to work at McDonald's too. Like I know what it's like to get that kind of check and be in that point to connect with that. I think that's sometimes where a lot of kids get lost is where they can't find connections because they never had to experience that. Because that's what earlier conversations that me and Kristen had. We were like, yo, she didn't have to work. Her parents were like, focus on school and we got you, so don't have to work. And so she ain't really ever had to work. Like I said, me and Mars, we was working as soon as the age we had, but we learned a lot. How to pay our cell phone bills, how to have our own money, have fun, and then had all kind of odd jobs. And then when you see other folks and like, yo, I respect them, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to just yell at somebody who's a cashier because I used to be a cashier. I know what it's like, trying to be there all day on your feet, trying to do all that kind of stuff. Like you have more sympathy. So like, now that we're in a good place, I still have never lost that because I was in their shoes.
Leave good tips, have great conversations with cashiers and things.
I mean, and you never know. You never know. Like you can't put a price tag on anything like that type of knowledge or upbringing where you have that same mentality. Like the guy who's 30 there, that might just be temporary. Like that could be you someday. So like I definitely get that. Like I'm appreciative of my job upbringing too, because I had a few cousins that didn't get jobs till maybe their third year in college before graduating. I'm like, hold on, you ain't worked how long? Ever? 23? No job. Damn.
Wow.
It's not me.
Yeah, right.
But yeah,
I already had 2-3 jobs by then.
Man, what?
Yeah, a lot of responsibility too at that young age.
I was going to ask T-Bone, did you take any parenting classes yet?
Yeah, we're taking them virtually. We still got a whole course to finish. We've took like a couple already from a couple other organizations, and now we're finishing up the one for our hospital. Hopefully we got to get on that because the baby can come any moment. But
you know how to birth the baby, right? You got to start from the bottom and work your way up.
He talked about that. He talked about definitely the breastfeeding one was the big one, which I didn't know all the details in that. I thought you just slap that thing on there and it's a wrap.
Man, we learning that now,
man.
It's a different period.
It is different. I'll definitely tell you. Sorry, Mars. Go ahead.
When they were showing Katie about it, I'm like, I thought the same thing Tyrell said. It's like, all they do is you got to tilt the head a certain way.
You got to express a little bit, try to get it to come down.
You got to put breast milk on the nipple to create more. It's so many things I'm learning right now because we didn't breastfeed Anaya because it wasn't working. But this time, look, it's completely different this time around. She breastfeeding, she killing it. But because we're learning all this. She got
that's usually how it happens.
Massaging her boobs and stuff. I'm like, what the hell? Like, it's crazy.
She's trying to express, but I was gonna say, CK, that's usually how it happens. They say parents the first time, if they are able or not as much, the second child they'll probably benefit and be able to breastfeed more, or if they could less than that.
The same thing happened this second time around where it seemed like she might not have been able to, but what happened was the same S word that we talked about earlier. It was her stubbornness. So she had she didn't let herself get to a point where, you know, her body was getting used to it and was figuring it out because she thought that it just wasn't going to happen. And she got stubborn. She didn't do it. But this time around, she kept going through it till she finally, now she's out here pumping milk like she Stater Brothers or like she Ralph's. Like, it's crazy. We got milk by gallon in the freezer. So it's like,
I mean, and that's great. That's great.
Say what?
T-Bone,
I'm gonna try.
We had that conversation already about him trying it.
You do it on air, CK. You need to do it on air.
Man, that's gross. T-Bone, I know you're probably already a good partner, husband, and all that. I'm just gonna say, as far as when it comes down to the breastfeeding portion, or even any of the next few hurdles y'all have, always remind her that she's doing her best. Because she's gonna hit that. She's gonna hit a point where if it's not going a particular way, because for them, it's like it'd be the same as not measuring up to whatever your own personal goal of being a man is, and this is her own personal battle with, I should be this type of mother, or as a mother I should be able to do this for my child. You just have to let her know that something's better than nothing, even if she can't give 100% breastfeeding, or if you have to switch over to formula early, or even if she's just tired and she's giving it her all, but she just feels like she's run down. Like, just be. And I like I said, I don't have to probably tell you this, but like just constantly the affirming words of, you're doing it, you got this, and it's better than nothing, because that'll go a long way than just be like, well, I don't know what to tell you. Because you think you fighting now, don't tell her she doing good. So where was that kindness I needed when I was trying to express this for your child? Yeah, stuff like that.
And Carly was more receiving this time around than the first time with that, because that was the same thing, because that's what they told us to do with that. To be very positive and push her like that, like you're doing great.
That was from the class.
Oh, I'm not. It's not happening. And it's like, oh, well, wait, if you don't want to do it anymore, then we won't do it anymore. But this time around, she's like, I know, thank you, I know. And then here we are. So yeah, it's all she's doing great, man.
Here's another note too. If they do breastfeed and they're starting to produce milk, other crying babies will make them leak. That happened. That used to happen to Katie all the time. Like, we would be out somewhere and another baby would be crying. She'd be like, "Oh, I gotta run to the bathroom." Like, Millie wouldn't be crying, but she would hear it and it would produce the milk and she would start leaking out in the store. I'm like, yo, that's crazy.
Does it work if I play a baby crying like on YouTube or something?
Yeah, I don't know.
Shit might work.
I'm gonna test that out, boy. Get on my nerves.
I know.
Play that. Press play real quick.
When she get back, she'd be like, "I'll be back."
I want 5 shirts this week, Tyrell.
That's a setup, man.
That's so funny, man.
You gonna stop making me let down? Like, boy.
I'm gonna try that too.
God, that's how body works, man.
It is,
do
man.
we have a okay what?
What?
Or
oh God. Oh boy, does anybody else have one? I'm sorry.
Nah. We don't have to do one this week because we had a guest this week. Yeah, we
don't have it open. Yeah.
He was the okay what? We have a guest.
Yeah. Okay, what?
Hey. We've got a guest.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So with that being said, then we're gonna call it. Tyrell, any closing remarks? Where can people find you? Listen to your stuff and all that great stuff, man.
Good job. I'm proud of what y'all are doing here. Seeing some young, black, semi-handsome men over here talking about.
You couldn't even let us have it.
Just talk about fatherhood. It's good that we create platforms like this because it's rare. I think it's most of the time when we hear about black fathers in the media, they be trashing us, man. And
Big facts.
See the alternative universe, I guess, in you guys' terms. I know anime people and cartoon people, whatever y'all do. Anyway, I appreciate what y'all are doing here. I tune in when I can for the most part in there, no joking. But I do take pride in knowing you all and appreciate that you all are killing the game and putting out a good narrative up there of black fathers, and hopefully other folks are listening and tuning in and figuring out. And like, again, you guys are doing it at the same time, so hearing all different perspectives lets people know that they are not alone.
Big facts.
Kudos to y'all.
Just realize that you need to etch some time out, probably a month or two after Lil Maya's here, because we need an update. So
get
ready for that.
You gonna have to come back. You definitely gonna have to come back.
what's going on? And the thing is, see, and this is the thing too. We about to have like a whole month, 6 weeks of other folks here helping out. In-laws.
Oh, Mars, you traveling up? Y'all going up?
Oh yeah, most likely, yeah.
Hey, tell Fuzz I'll be there, bro. I need my brisket like cooked the right way. He know how I like it, big dog.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. That's a good question, man. You got to prepare for that, man.
They'll be here. Her parents will be here next week, the 25th, next week. So starting it off.
Yeah, because you never know, man. Yeah, that's crazy. Wait, is Millie gonna meet her too?
No, I don't know. I don't know yet. We don't know yet.
Because of the traveling and stuff like that and taking a chance. That's a lot.
I thought you said you were driving.
Well, so yes, we are driving, but we still haven't figured out all the details. Yeah, we're flying back.
Gotcha.
But
gotcha. Rental. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah, because my parents are coming up, but they staying for like 2 weeks. So Marzi probably driving up with my parents.
Yeah. I'm gonna drive up with them, and then I'm gonna fly back because I can't stay. I got work.
So Katie and Millie will be still in Atlanta or with her family and them.
It's undecided just yet.
Oh, okay.
We still gotta figure it out.
You gotta be safe in these times, man.
For real.
Yeah.
Safety first. That's the key.
Yo, Miguel said, "You got to be a good dad to get on the podcast." I think that's a prerequisite.
We know Miguel out there hiding from about 2 kids, so
he got a few hyenas out there, bro. He got some babies out there somewhere.
He took a trip out here to LA. He don't want to let us know what it's about, but it's okay. I think we can read
He's still in LA too, ain't he? He ain't said he came back.
It's okay. We can read between the lines, Miguel. You ain't gotta tell us.
And then custody issues. That's all.
It's all right, Miguel.
2 little Miguelitos running around there, man.
Gotta love Mijo and Mija just out here chilling.
Be asking mad questions, man. His kids
out the womb. So what is life?
So what is life? Come on, yo, no, baby, don't even cry when they first come out. Be like, hello.
Hello?
First we heard no first words.
Like, damn, this kid came out saying hello. Like, yeah, that's how they cry. Hello. He hungry. There, he just said it like 8 times.
It is mine.
That's
nice.
Oh my god.
What about y'all, Mars? Y'all got closing remarks too?
Nah, just I want to thank T-Bones, Tyrell coming onto the show. Appreciate it, man. I know it was last minute. Whenever it's my time to host, it's always hectic and crazy before the show starts. I can never get anything done on time, but hey, we're here. We did it. Episode 11. Thank you for everybody watching and tuning in. Appreciate all the subscribes and all the new people listening. Thank you guys. That's it, man. That's what I gotta
say. Good show. Glad to have you guys on. I got nothing to say. I wasn't expecting to have closing remarks. Just for people who are listening or watching, if you even get this far, keep your eyes peeled for the YouTube channel that is going to be coming up. That is going to be centered around PopsCast. Stay tuned to that. We'll update you guys when that comes about. But I'm very excited to do that and play with some ideas that we're going to have and, expand on this brand a little bit more. So stay tuned for that. But, I also just want to say to the guys here, when I was on my phone call, it was confirmed that Malik is officially going to be getting his breathing tube taken out tonight. So
that's what's up.
Hey, congratulations, man.
Young King can breathe on his own. Let's go.
Good.
And then now Mama can hold him when she comes and see it tomorrow for the first time. First week.
That's great, man. That's good, man.
Oh, you said Mama coming to the hospital? I'm gonna beat her.
No, his mama.
Hey, look, y'all don't get it. CK don't want to let me see my parent. I was left. They left me out somewhere. Look, they didn't pass the test, and I got kicked over to somebody in Tennessee that could afford to pass the test.
Right. Mom didn't pass the test, and she locked you in wrong. And he said,
It's like, well, this lady passed the test, and there we go. He'll be in Tennessee for a while. Come back and get him. Good. Just left me there. But no, man. Like we all agree, it's amazing to have T-Bone on. It's always wonderful to have this podcast because we are again creating our own platform, our own lane amongst this wide varying avenue of things. So we appreciate anybody that listens and watches on Facebook, anyone that watches on YouTube. You can also support and or listen to us on Spotify, Red Circle, Apple Podcast, Stitcher, Google Podcast, any place that you can generally search and listen to said podcast. You'll more than likely find the PopsCast. Then again, we appreciate the support because we couldn't do this without you guys. So thank you. So yeah, y'all be blessed and have a good one. Peace.
Hey.